What's up, guys? I'm back and I'm better. I know it's been like a really long time since I filmed anything, and I just, yeah, a lot has got your girl. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tamara. I started YouTube like a year ago, and honestly, I haven't been consistent as I'd like to be as I moved. I know the last time I posted a video was probably like last summer. I moved from South Carolina to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, just to be closer to family. So today I'm just going to be filming an updated everyday makeup routine. I filmed one of these same time last year. It's actually the first video that I ever posted on my channel. So I just wanted to film an updated one because I have learned some new tips and tricks of the trade. Now I do have my brows already done. Did those off camera because that just takes too much time. So just to start off, I'm going to start off with skin prep because in my opinion, that's the most important part of makeup application, because if your skin is not prepped right, then your makeup is not going to lay correctly. It's not going to look good. I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. And to set that oil in, I'm going to use a moisturizer, and this is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base. It's also a primer as well. I love this stuff. It smells really good. It smells like oranges. Then I'm going to use a eye moisturizer. This is the Believe in Truth Moisturizing Eye Balm. The skin under your eyes are very delicate. You don't want to do too much tugging and pulling, and then with your ring finger, it's probably one of the softest fingers on your hand. Use this strobe cream from MAC in the shade Gold Light. You can use this all over your face, but that's not what I'm going to use it for today. I'm going to use it as like a liquid highlight under foundation. Okay, and while I'm letting all that settle in and marinate, sorry. I'm going to clean up my brows, and I'm using the Milani Concealer in Perfect. It's a foundation and a concealer in one. And I'm in the shade number 9, Tan. So I just put like one pump of that on the back of my hand. And then I use an angle brush to apply that. See me looking this way, it's because my mirror's right here. So now that my brows are cleaned up, I am going to color correct. Now, you don't have to do the step, you can skip the step, but I have some hyperpigmentation around my mouth. So I'm just gonna correct that. And I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange Corrector. So for foundation, I'm going to use an OG product, one of the best foundations ever, I think, in a drugstore. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Concealer. I use 2 shades. I use 340 Cappuccino and 335 Classic Tan. They're probably not that much different in shade and, as far as the color goes, but I just like the way they both look together. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this flat top brush, and also spray it with Marble Dusty spray. I just like to spray all my complexion brushes, just because, like I said, I have dry skin. So next, onto concealer. I'm gonna use the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and this is in the shade Warm Sand. And a little bit of this goes a long way. So I'm gonna let that sit for a second, and while that's sitting, I'm going to cream contour. I use this black opal foundation stick in the shade Hazelnut. I like to mix the Fenty Beauty matchstick in the shade Truffle, and this does need warming up, so I mix those together. And now that the concealer's had a little bit of time to marinate, I'm gonna go ahead and And now that everything's blended, I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes, and I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Going in my eyes just to make sure there are any creases, because you don't want to set creases, because then it's gonna look creasy. I'm gonna take a powder puff that I got from the beauty supply store, and I kind of like to bend it like this. And since I have dry skin, I do not let this sit for very long. So I just take a powder brush. I'm gonna take this powder brush and this mineralized skin finish from MAC in medium deep. I'm just giving shade references in case you have a skin tone similar to mine. So usually after I powder my face, I spray it, and I use this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I really love this just because it just gives, I just love the way it mists. Okay. I just realized I don't have my ring light on this entire time. So if the lighting was terrible the first half, sorry. Anyways, we're moving on. We are going to bronze now. I just picked up this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep to use as a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep, Dark Deep, sorry, to use as a bronzer. So hope this works out. Powder. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder again. And this step is optional. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Just depends on what type of mood I'm in. I'll just take my puff again and, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I'm going to take my puff again and just squeeze it. And I'm just going to cut the contour, clean it up. It's like under my eyes. I do not let that sit long. And then I'm just going to take that same brush that I wiped away the powder with earlier. and wipe this away. Now we're gonna move on to the eyes. So it's like I said, since this is every day, we're not doing the most, we're not doing much at all. So I'm just gonna take the same bronzer that I used to bronze my face, which is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. I'm just gonna take a fluffy crease brush, and like I said, you can just build it up intensely, as intense as you want it. What I like to do is like to kind of stamp it on first and then blend it out. If you want to, you can even take it under your eyes. Usually I don't do that, but just for the sake of today, let's do it. I'm going to do blush. I'm just going to take this blush palette from e.l.f. It's got these kind of like colors in it. Usually I take this color right here. It's like a plum color. This one right here. And I just lightly dust it, and I'll take a little bit of this Fenty Beauty Kilowatt. It's probably hella dirty. This Fenty Beauty Kilowatt and Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I usually just take the y'all, this whole thing just, you have to buy another one. But I take the less shimmery side, which is Ginger Binge. Like it's all like broke up, y'all. So I'm just gonna do what I can out of it. And just dust it. I like to use this because it has like a little bit of a sheen to it. And a highlight, I'm going to use the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. Super old. Probably like the first highlighter I ever bought. I also mix a little bit of the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt in shade Trophy Wife. It's a nice like green gold. I know a lot of people really don't like it, but I only use a little bit, just a tad. I'm just going to do a light contour of the nose with that same bronzer. Just a tad. And then for the final step, just to add a little something to your eyelids, I take this Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. It's the collab with Jackie Aina here on YouTube, and this is in the shade LeBron's. I'm not sure if you can still get it. I would just try going on the Artist Couture website and see if it's still there. And what I'll do is I just take a small fluffy brush and just take whatever's in the lid and just dust it over my eyelids. Now before we do lips and mascara, just gonna spray again. Just to de-powder, and then this time I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and just tap everything in. Okay, so for lips, again, very simple. Every day, I'm gonna take this lip liner that I just bought from MAC. Believe it or not, I never had the cork lip liner. So I bought one today. I'm just losing everything, y'all. Help. Send help. And then on top of that, just gonna put some Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. And then before we do our mascara, I'm just gonna use this Glow Mist by Pixie. You can get at Target. Just light spray, not too much, because it has argan oil in it. So for mascara, I'm going to use this Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. I think it's a good dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Now for everyday, I don't wear lashes, but this makes it look like I'm wearing lashes. And I just got mascara on my eyelid. And for a finishing touch, I'm just gonna add my little beauty marks back. This is a pimple, but I'm gonna make it into a beauty mark. Who's gonna check me? I just take this brow gel from e.l.f. just to set my brows. But other than that, this is the finished look. Looks pretty natural in my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found my tips useful. If there's anything that I can improve on, please let me know. I like constructive criticism. Anyway, there's always room for improvement. I believe that anyways. So leave any feedback or anything down in the comments below. All my handles, social media, everything is in the cards in the beginning. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. It's all there. If you're not following me on Instagram, please go do that. That's where I have all the looks. So I post, pictures of my outfits and everything like that on Instagram. So if you're interested in that and you just want to, kind of see what my style is, you can check me out over there. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.